that's not what I wanted. Don't need that. It's too complicated for me. There, that's better. I think. There we are. Everything's all right.
Looks good.
Cool. Good evening. It's Monday night again.
Who's this character?
This character is from an old 80s cartoon called Visionaries, and her name is Viralina. She's a villain. Hello, Mr. White. I don't think that'll work. I hope it'll work. How we doing? How's the Dig Dug action going? Jason has been sending us pictures of his cutting channels for the piping and whatnot.
Nice. Glad you're feeling better, Mr. Sketcher.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
You can call him Mr. Sketchy. He's sketchy, for sure.
Well, that's the name of the show, so go figure.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello. Welcome back. Sorry I flaked out last week, but here we are. So
who won the poll this week?
the poll is a tie.
Whatever
I
will
know.
we do?
What are we gonna do? So
You're just gonna have to draw both of them, I'm afraid.
I think I was watching this poll kind of hoping on some level that they would tie, so that I could do a homage of an old Mike Zeck cover for Captain America Annual number 8, which is Wolverine fighting Captain America. So this might be a little bit longer of a stream where I'm gonna draw the both of them and do a little bit of composition work here, but hopefully.
Oh yeah, says Jason.
So I'm gonna get started. Again, just for the people who may not know, what I do is I do a light sketch, real rough with this kind of thick lead, and then what I'm going to do at one point is I'm going to erase the whole thing, and I'll still be able to see the layout, and then I'll come back in with a darker lead and do the actual detail work. So if you see me erasing, don't panic, don't flee, we're not done yet, we're just 30% of the way there. So hello, Maureen.
Sounds like Captain America and Wolverine tonight.
Yes, it's going to be both of them. At least at 7:59, they were tied, so we're going to go with that. All right, so.
Yes, Cap and the Wolverine, says Jason.
All right, here we go. Like I said, I'm going to basically do an homage of a existing cover that's kind of famous for comic nerds. It's Wolverine kind of slashing at Captain America from an old annual issue from the 80s.
Jenny says Marvel, yes.
Right? It's amazing to me how popular these characters and whatnot are nowadays compared to when I was first introduced to them.
They weren't as popular when you were a kid?
Yeah, I think you know that.
I don't know that.
Comics in general were pretty nerdy when I was a kid. There were no big blockbuster superhero movies that...
Oh, you mean more generally well known?
Yeah. Being a comic nerd in the 80s and 90s is a good way to get beat up in school. I got teased quite a bit. I don't know as though beat up would be accurate.
I used to fight with boys.
I'm shocked. I used to fight with boys too.
I get sent to the principal's office, and I was this teeny tiny little girl, and they just didn't believe that I could be effective, I guess. So then the boys just got in trouble.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm sure you in no way use that to your advantage.
I just sat there and kept quiet, and
So, that's really all it takes. Teenage boys, you just let them do the talking.
oh well, not as a teenager. I mean, like elementary and middle school. I did not back down from a fight.
Oh, you're good.
Samantha's here again.
Hello,
Samantha-
Hazel.
It is Captain America and Wolverine. It was a tie, so
Right.
Jeff had a comic cover that he had in mind that he actually was kind of hoping it would be a tie. He's been super excited about this for the last couple hours.
Yeah, basically, for people who don't know, this is the original cover, the old 1986 Cap versus Wolverine that I'm basically going to ape here for the stream.
OMG, nice. It's so beautiful.
We might go a little bit over tonight on the stream. We'll see. Usually I'm just drawing one character, so it might not matter, but if we go over, we go over.
Ginny says that's super cool. And Samantha said, I showed all my friends the drawing you gave me.
Oh,
Did
that's
they like
cool.
it, Samantha?
I appreciate the publicity.
They loved it.
Sweet.
You can actually give them the link and show them the replay of him actually drawing it.
That's true.
Jason said we should all like this one so Jeff sketches more fight scenes.
Oh, I see how
Good
it is.
thinking, Jason. Samantha said I decorated it with stickers in my room.
Nice.
That's awesome. Which I think is kind of hilarious because you probably had like posters like this up in your room when you were a kid, right?
I really didn't.
Oh.
Mostly because we were quite poor. The only posters I really remember as a kid that I was just fascinated with was Scott. My brother Scott had a ton of posters that were the paintings of every album cover to Iron Maiden albums, and they were amazing. But I think for me it was when it came down to getting a poster versus a toy, I think we know where that was going to go.
Ginny said I showed it to my mom and she said you drew beautifully.
Oh, well, tell your mom thank you.
Samantha said now it looks cute and Ginny said is coquette? I don't know if I'm tracking there.
I don't know. I am not bilingual, unfortunately.
Okie dokie.
Sorry.
Wait, I can get out the Google Translate.
There you
and
go.
Make a fool out of myself. Hold on.
Well, that's what we do. It's part of the fun. It's going to be the old classic brown and yellow Wolverine uniform. Not that there'll be color here, but you know. How we doing? All right. Some of these proportions a little bit better. It's a little bit different in the movies, but in the comics, Wolverine is pretty short. And then you go against Steve Rogers, who's tall. I'll try to convey that a little bit here.
Jenny said the sketch looks great, and Samantha agrees it is beautiful.
Thank you. Just getting rolling here. Also, for the younger folks, it might be weird to see Captain America's old costume with complete with wings on his head. I just thought it was kind of funny, but supposedly it was a design choice to make him seem like he was fast moving. But how are we doing, Mama?
Good. I can't understand how it looks so clean.
Well, you're not seeing all the. Part of it's the resolution of the camera on my phone. It hides a multitude of sins, I think. Once I get going with the darker pencil, you'll see more of the scratchiness.
Samantha said it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Does look very good. Jenny said so cool. Jason agrees.
Of course, it occurs to me I don't think I have my compass, so Cap's shield is going to be a little interesting when it comes to the round.
Do you want me to go get it?
I don't know where it is,
Oh.
so probably not. Actually, it might be in my bin here. Let's see.
Samantha said I would like to draw like you.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I would just say keep practicing. It's the best way to go, really. Let's see. See if I can make this work. Been a while.
The science geek in me loves that he's using a compass.
I don't know if this leg is the right size, but we're going to find out. Glorious.
Jason said it's not that it isn't round, it's motion blur.
Right, yeah. Well, this is what we would, if I was in class or turning this in on an assignment, or if I was actually penciling a comic, I would just say, well, we can fix that in post.
Wait, but wouldn't it only be perfectly round if it was
Straight
you're
on.
looking straight on it?
Yeah, and that's kind of like I have to either do that or I have to just wing it, and it's gonna look like a potato probably if I wing it, because I don't have you know what, I'll wing it anyway. I don't have French curves. Yeah, there's a bunch of them you can get, like plastic ones that.
Maybe like ovals?
Yeah. Or you can get ellipse tools and stuff like that.
Jenny said Samantha says she doesn't draw well, but if you saw her drawings, they would be incredible.
Yeah, I find that that's pretty common with artists.
And Samantha says, OMG, stop.
We're all our worst critics, really. marks lying across here.
Samantha said, you know, I get nervous. Samantha, I would say, like, definitely, like Jeff said, keep practicing. And,
You okay?
no. And definitely keep drawing. Jason said this shield always being straight on the camera is part of his super soldier abilities.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's totally nothing to do with artists not wanting to draw.
Ginny said, I thought this shield was a moon. And Samantha said, are you going to color it or leave it in pencil?
I'll leave it in pencil. We'll just do the standard scenario, which is I'll do the sketch, and then at the end we'll do a random drawing and see who amongst you wins the sketch.
You know what might be fun is if you did like a color drawing for a special event, like getting 1,000 subscribers or something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, down the road we'll do some fun stuff that'll probably take longer. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna erase this, but it's not all really going away. It's just gonna look like that at first.
It looks a little different on camera than he sees in person. So no panicking.
Yeah, Bob's not on here to panic, so.
Samantha said, oh, I don't really understand much because English is not my first language, but thanks for clearing it up for me.
That's okay.
And Jason said, or maybe video number 10.
Greedy, Jason. You're greedy. Always more. Number 10 would be next week. Just imagine you're...
I like how you say that like Jason didn't already know that number 10 would be next week.
he can't count.
Oh, be nice. Poor Jason.
All right, here we go.
He says, always more, capital letters.
Yes,
Now that we're on Halloween, you could draw Marvel zombies.
I could.
That actually, I like that idea. I'm gonna see a zombie Black Widow.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Marvel zombies that makes me kind of go, eh. Because it's all these, like, heroic, awesome people just murdering each other.
It used to be fun.
Not really.
Samantha says, so clean. And Jason said, great idea, zombies. Yes,
Yeah, Jason.
zombies.
I'm sure Jason was in the pitch room when they. All right, we need ideas. We're destitute. Well, I hear The Walking Dead's good. Ooh, what if we did zombies for all of our guys?
If it were up to me, I'd have you drawing zombie Taylor Swift.
Oh boy.
He makes it look so easy, too. And Samantha said, Jason is right.
You have to give them what they want.
Ginny said, a pumpkin with legs.
Hmm?
And Jason said, who would zombie Taylor Swift be fighting, though? Scarlet Witch?
Well, she'd be eating somebody, right? Like she's a zombie. She'd be chowing down somebody,
Maybe Travis Kelsey.
maybe. She's like, join us.
Ginny said, yes, yes. And Samantha said, it would be great. Ha, ha, ha. Jimmy said, when I grow up, I want to be like you.
Oh, that's very kind. It's just because you don't know me very well.
I think what they meant was, I want to draw like you.
Sure, yeah, that would make more sense.
Samantha said, and you adopt me.
There's a lot of adoption desire out there.
And Samantha said, oh, and Jason said, so do it. Oh, so do I. Sorry. So do I. And Samantha said, but you are super kind.
My children might tell you otherwise. You don't have to live with me. Right, babe?
What? Well, I still live with you, so you can't be that
I
bad.
guess that's true. Yeah.
What do we got? 19 years coming up?
It's true. This month. Crazy.
Yeah.
What am I doing on panel here? I tend to drift outside the shot. Every once in a while, I gotta shake out the good old carpal tunnel static in my hands.
So forgive my ignorance. Are they fighting each other? Why are
Yeah.
they fighting?
It's a classic kind of comic book trope where heroes will meet and, in the middle of some sort of adventure or investigation, and there'll be a misunderstanding, and they'll come to blows at first, and then they get to kind of talk through it, and then they're like, wait, why are we fighting each other? The real problem is so-and-so, and then they team up. So it gives fans a chance to see, like, who would win in a fight between these two guys, and then also they get to team up. And back in the day, it was you got more bang for your buck buying a comic book because you got one with Wolverine and Captain America in it. But yeah, it's a pretty common thing where heroes get into slugfests with each other for a little bit, and then they hug and make up.
Like the crossover event for comic books.
Yes, that's where that came from.
Really?
Yeah. Crossover events, again, were a big selling point because you got, like when the Avengers first came out and whatnot, or the Justice League, it was like, holy moly, it's Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman and Green Lantern, everybody in the same comic. So it was a big selling point. And then, like everything entertainment related, somebody did something that made money, so then everybody was doing it.
Well, and they've kind of done that with the movies as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and realized
Which is
that what was
great.
profitable in print is also profitable on screen.
Yeah, I wish they would do that more often, to be honest.
Yeah.
To realize that people enjoyed the original stories for a reason, so you don't have to screw with it too much to make it enjoyable on the screen.
I really kind of enjoy, particularly with the movies, like the way, you have characters like Captain America is very like goody two shoes and always makes the right honorable decision, and how the different characters interact with
Right.
with the other characters. So seeing like maybe Black Widow's story and you see other characters in her movie like that,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool to me.
Yeah, and seeing all the different personality types try to get along and then eventually try to work together as a team is pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Jason asks, who would win, Cap or Wolverine?
Well,
Jeff is gonna say Cap.
no, it's one of those things where I think just technique-wise, hand-to-hand combatant-wise, Captain America is a better fighter, but Wolverine's power set is just so insane that I don't think Steve could like he'd have to knock Logan out or something really early on to take it, I think. Like Steve, they don't do this much in the movies, but one of the byproducts of the super soldier serum is that he doesn't really get tired. He doesn't build up lactic acid and whatnot, so he can basically fight at full effort for hours on end. But Wolverine is very similar. And then you add in the fact Wolverine can just pretty much heal whatever he, like Cap's not going to try to kill him. But Wolverine would certainly try to kill Captain America if it was a real fight. So I think I would have to give it to Wolverine.
Ginny said, when I was 8 years old, I had a huge crush on Captain America and the Joker.
Oh, there you go.
And Jason said that would be a funny movie, Ginny. Ginny said, I know. Samantha's crush was Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
And Samantha said, I don't know. It's just that Wolverine regenerates.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel
that's...
like Wolverine would win. So
And he also has adamantium bones, so it's pretty hard to really do
wait, what's
lasting
it called?
harm. Adamantium.
But then Steve's shield is vibranium?
Yeah, in the movies it's vibranium. In the comics it's a unique vibranium adamantium alloy. But yeah, it's like Logan's not going to cut through his shield or anything, but again, like if Cap can't get him knocked out, because Cap's not going to get him dead for sure. He wouldn't want to anyway. But if he can't knock him out relatively soon, he's going to get chopped up pretty good.
What if he
I
just
think.
outsmarted him and constrained him somehow?
He might be able to do that if he gets Logan mad enough.
Or is that more of a Peggy thing?
What do you mean?
Like Agent Carter? Or maybe Iron Man, like a crafty. Cap doesn't seem like one who's very like strategic.
Actually,
He is.
that's his.
Okay.
That's why he's the leader. Usually, is he's the most.
All right, I'll stop talking. I'm not the.
I should say it depends if you how you break it down. So, Cap is very tactical. So he's great in the moment, devising a plan. He can usually pull victory out of the jaws of defeat, kind of thing. Whereas Tony, Iron Man, is more strategic. So he's more long-term overall.
Like lay a trap kind of person.
Yeah. Like Steve could definitely assess the situation in the environment and come up with a way to trick you into losing, using something immediately there. But he's not like Batman where he'd have like some overly elaborate plan that he spent weeks like studying up on you and all that kind of stuff. People always ask me about, because they know it's like asking if it's Superman versus Thor kind of thing. Always gets me riled up. Captain America versus Batman. Everybody always is like, well, who do you think would win? And I always say Captain America, and the reason is they're probably equals when it comes to how good they are at fighting each other and tactics and all that kind of stuff. But again, the longer the fight goes on, Steve just doesn't get tired. He's not gonna, he can do this all day, right? So
Wasn't that in one of the movies where
It's
they
in-
like laid a trap for Loki and he thought the Hulk was in this like containment, and that's how they get him to go in, and then they trapped him in there or something like
no,
that?
Loki was in the containment thing, and he used an illusion to get Thor to charge at him into the containment unit that was originally designed for the Hulk, but they put Loki in it.
Oh, so Loki was the.
Loki was
clever
in
one.
there, and he tricked Thor into going after him, and then
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he did it again later on. Was basically like, "Are you ever not going to fall for that?"
Wait, what was the thing? Get help. Do get help.
Yeah, let's do get help. No.
It's humiliating.
Another thing, so again, you guys who are used to the movies and whatnot, I'm drawing an older Captain America outfit. Where he has the wings on his head, and also the blue parts of his costume are like a scale or chainmail armor.
Samantha asks, what is your favorite superhero?
Probably Captain America. I'm also a fan of Green Lantern, but there's a bunch of Green Lanterns, and it's a specific one that I'm a fan of. Actually, I did a color sketch a while ago of Kyle Rayner, the Green Lantern. That's my favorite. He was kind of Green Lantern in the 90s. He's still around and everything, but he's not the main character for the comic.
And Jason said, I have been falling for 30 minutes. Jenny said that was epic. Samantha said, haha, yes. OMG, in shock. Jenny said, I love color and everything.
Yeah.
Mo said, gorgeous.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, when I have more time, I can mess around with stuff and get things closer to the way I want them and spend some time on color and whatnot. So that's why these, to start anyway, are just sketches. Let's see. What do I remember? Wolverine's costume, which is not as much as I thought I did. Gotta make sure you draw enough stubbly hair on Wolverine. He's quite a hirsute individual.
Samantha says, I love the details.
Sometimes, so how I was taught drawing comics, it's a little bit older technology, how you compensated for how printing was done. So like this arm that I'm drawing here, and move it over so you can see.
A little to the left.
I want it to be clearly in front of Captain America, and when you're printing, you can do a lot of things now that you couldn't do even 20 years ago. It's pretty good. It's fine. Which is like if you, this would be inked in a comic book, and if you were to, you can't just push harder like you can with a pencil. Oh, I'm drawing a light line like this, and then I can draw, a heavier line just by pushing harder. Well, you can't do that with ink. It's just black. So what you do to try to make things pop or make them appear like they're closer, if you can't change something like the value or the color, you make the lines, the surrounding lines, thicker. So that's why I'm doing that with this. It's an old habit.
This reminds me of Captain America and Thor fighting in the movie. Jason said, looks amazing.
Thanks, man.
That was Civil War, right?
Captain America and Thor
Fighting in the woods.
No, that was the first Avengers. It was
Oh.
Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America.
I remember watching Civil War and being like, stop you guys, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I was shocked that they made that work. The comic series Civil War was atrociously bad. So I was like, oh God, they're not doing Civil War. But they actually made it. The problem with Civil War, the comic, was they were saying, oh, nobody's the villain. Like, both sides will make sense. Like, it'll be hard to know who's right and whatever. And then in the comics, they just made Tony a supervillain, straight up. Like, there was no, like, oh no, I could see where he's coming from. He was straight up fascist baloney. So it really didn't make a lot of sense. And they had to do a lot of like contorting to make the story work, and it was just bad. I mean, the art was amazing, but the rest of it was terrible. Characters did really horrible stuff. Like Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, made like a horrible cyborg clone of Thor, and he killed somebody, and it just was gross.
Samantha said I have to go to dinner. Goodbye, or maybe I'll join from another phone. And Jason said, "Oh, do you want me to bring the hammer down?"
Yeah, that's from that scene.
Samantha said epic, and Jenny asked, "Were you Team Iron Man or Captain America?"
Yeah, I mean, Captain America, all the way.
Captain America.
Pretty much a good rule of thumb in Marvel is if you are going against Captain America, you are wrong.
Yeah. Have a good night, Sam.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hope to see you next week.
But they did a good job in the movies making Tony, like you could see where he was coming from, and it wasn't a total violation of his character to be like, yeah, no, I could see why he's scared. He had that vision, and then that lady was like, my son died because of you, blah, blah, blah. And he started to think, maybe I don't want this responsibility. Maybe we need to be reined in a little bit. The fear of it is what it made him come down on that side. Was what if we do something wrong again?
Isn't that why Anakin turned to the dark side? We're gonna do Star Wars here soon.
Yeah, we could do Star Wars. I try to whenever I like think, okay, what's the poll gonna be? Part of me is like, don't do Star Wars, because I know I'm gonna want to do Star Wars over and over again. So I'm like, all right, let's pick something else for a while, and then we'll go Star Wars.
All right, you guys in the comments, what's a good Star Wars to everything else ratio? Like 1 in 3, 1 in 10, 1 in 100. Like, you gotta give Jeff his marching orders.
Yeah.
Jason said 1 in 3.
1 in 3.
I feel like Jason is biased. He definitely really likes Star Wars.
He does, but he's gonna be like, do Warhammer, do Judge Dredd.
I feel like Jason likes everything.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I mean, he is my friend, so he has low standards.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Jenny said, I don't know. Jason said, just because we need some Warhammer in there and then other supers.
Yeah, that's true.
And Maureen said, can you repeat the question? The question was, what's a good, like Jeff was saying he really likes Star Wars and he doesn't want to put it in the poll a lot because then he would just do it all the time. So I had asked what's a good ratio for Star Wars compared to everything else. So like 1 in 3 or 1 in 10.
Yeah, we're basically talking about how it's hard for me to not want to choose Star Wars as something to draw. So I try to like hold off on it. But could be worse, I suppose. I could be like, I'm just so into Teletubbies, I have to draw it all the time.
I think you should draw My Little Pony.
Could do that. Kids were super into that for a while.
Yeah, we had a cat named Twilight Sparkle Batman, right?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Twilight Batman Crayon.
Bat cat, right?
Bat cat.
Yeah.
Maureen says 1 in 15 for Star Wars.
1 in 15. You're still salty about that Monopoly game?
What?
No. Actually, it was Star Wars trivia, and she wouldn't play.
Jason said you need to draw more Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Jason,
Oh,
is Jason a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan?
He's ribbing because like we mentioned when I drew Raphael or whatever, in Britain they could not call them Ninja
They
Turtles.
had to call them Hero Turtles.
Yeah, so that's why he's bringing it up again. He just knows it
Oh.
makes my eyes twitch.
I only asked Jason because I know how much you love ARC, and apparently ARC is doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and ARC crossover event sometime in the month of October. And you want to participate.
We She sent me a picture of the ad for it or whatever, and she's like, I'm guessing you have some conflicting emotions right about now. And I was like, yep. I like TMNT, but good God, I do not like ARC.
And Jason said, "Oh wow, ARC, yes, I gotta go."
Oh, my internet is failing. Yep. Your estimation just went down in Alicia's eyes, Jason.
No, he just doesn't understand that we play on a private server now, and so everything that he hated about it is bypassed, and it all is okay now, Jason, if you would only come back and play. And he said, "You're breaking it." Apparently, Jason just drove through a tunnel.
Yeah. All right. I think we're pretty close on this one. So I'm gonna do. Where am I gonna sign this? Right here. All right. So we're gonna roll tonight. We're gonna roll an 8-sided die. So I'm going to roll, and then you can guess in the chat what number I rolled, and whoever guesses it first wins. I am rolling the die. You're guessing a number between 1 and 8. So go ahead. Thanks, Mo. It's not 1 or 8
Or 7.
Not 7. I didn't roll a 1. I know. Brad, what's going on, buddy? Quick, guess a number between 1 and 8.
Ginny got it.
Oh, Ginny won. It's 5. Good job, Ginny. So close, Brad. You got in right at the end where we're doing the drawing to see who won the sketch. So
Ginny is excited.
Ginny won. Ginny, I assume we're gonna do the same sort of thing where I'll scan this in and send it to your Instagram.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. I will do so tomorrow, probably in the evening. Sorry you came in right at the end, Brad, but it's nice to see you, so to speak.
You can catch the replay too if you want to
Right.
see him work his magic.
Listen to me drone on. Thanks, Jason. Get some sleep. You're going to need it. Yeah, click the bell, Brad.
Oh yes, everybody put a thumbs up on the video so that more people can play.
Right, right. Yeah, if you like the video. It's the standard YouTube drivel, but it really is true.
Yep.
If you like the video, if you share it, click the bell, subscribe, all the things.
Tag DC and Marvel and ask them why they're not fighting over this guy.
Thank you, Mo. All right, everybody. I'll post the replay tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good night, everybody. Oh, welcome back, Samantha.
Ginny won the sketch, Samantha, and we are wrapping it up. So, Goodbye.
Night.